4, chapter 26, text 22. This verse is very appropriate. This is the only verse in the Bhagavatam like this. Do you know that? Huh? This is the only verse in the Bhagavatam that speaks on this subject. Huh? Understand? It's a very important verse actually. Paramam anugraha danda ratyeshu prabhu narpitaha balom na veda tat tanvi bandhukrityam amarshanaha. Paramo. In 350 is what we used to do, no?
350, yeah. It's very small, you see already. Here black.
Anyway, all of them can see. Can see, right? Paramonugraho dando Ratyeshu pradunarpitaha Alona Veda Tattanvi Bandhu Krityam Amarshanaha. Paramonugraho dando Ratyeshu pradunarpitaha Alona Veda Tattanvi Bandhu Krityam Amarshanaha. Paramaha, supreme, anugraha, mercy, dandaha, punishment, brityasu, upon the servant, prabhuna, by the master, arpitaha, awarded, balaha, foolish, na, does not, veda, no, tat, that, tanvi, O slender maiden, bandhu krityam, the duty of a friend, amarshanaha, angry. Translation: my dear slender maiden, when a master chastises his servant, the servant should accept this as great mercy. One who becomes angry must be very foolish not to know that such is the duty of his friend. I never find a verse that you get chastised, you should curse him. Is there a verse like that? Is there a verse like that in the Bible? See? So this is the only verse in the Bible explaining importance. Anyway, we'll read on. Purport by Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Huh? Oh, they want to see the verse. Alright, so we will go. It is said that when a foolish man is instructed in something very nice, he generally cannot accept it. You know the verse? You know the verse for this? Huh? Don't know? Upadesyanti murkanam nasante prakopaya. That's the verse. You know, this is spoken by Chanakya Pandit. And then he actually becomes angry. Such an anger is compared to the poison of a serpent. For when a serpent is fed milk and bananas, its poison actually increases. Instead of becoming merciful or sober, the serpent increases its poison, venom, when fed nice foodstuff. Similarly, when a fool is instructed, he does not rectify himself, he actually becomes angry. That's why fools cannot be given instruction. They can only take a stick with them. What? Fools have been given what? Stick. Only to instruct, you get angry anyway, like animal. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jananam Jana Shalaka Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Satvitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadaman Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabada Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Raghunatamritam Tam Sajivim Shadvitam Shabdutam Parajanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shadanu Sita Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you again for joining in our Srimad Bhagavatam class. So you see how this is so relevant, because especially when you stay in the ashram with the spiritual master, or in our case a temple, then there's bound to be some chastisement. Yes? So if a person cannot 21, 22, so if a person cannot handle the chastisement, then normally he will always get angry. Is it not? Is it not? That's the natural tendency, because we identify with the mind and the body. So when we are always on the bodily concept, then we always will get immediately angry. You understand? So when we get angry, then we become bewildered. That's it. Then nothing can work. You understand? That's why this anger is a very, what we say, very detrimental. For spiritualists, he says, this is spoken to Dhruva Maharaj. Two verses. Samyacha rosham bhadram te, rosham means anger, pratipam swayasam param, sutrena bhuyas rajan, agadena yatamayam. My dear king, just consider what I have said to you, which will act as medicinal treatment upon disease. Control your anger, for anger is the foremost enemy on the path of spiritual realization. See that point here? Anger is the foremost enemy on the path of spiritual realization. I wish all good fortune for you. Please follow my instruction. Huh? You understand this point? So we may think, anger is a big deal, But here you see, anger is the foremost enemy for the path of spiritual realization. So we have to learn how to curb our anger. You understand? A person who desires liberation from this material world should not fall under the control of anger, because when bewildered by anger, one becomes a source of dread for all others. This is the second point. First point is that it is the greatest enemy for your spiritual realization. Second point is making is that it is a source of bewilderment and a source of dread for all others. That means it creates a lot of difficulties for everyone around. You understand this point? Yeah? You understand? It's not that only you get angry, but the repercussion. Like you can see when a husband and wife fight. Wow, big headache, yeah? No headache. Huh? Everything is affected, yes? Even the children also get affected, correct? Wow, fighting going on, yes? Understand? You see, so it's all pervading. That's why I say the source of dread for all others. So spiritual life is basically how to control this. Yeah? You understand? I'll show you one more verse. Krishna also spoke to the demigods. This is spoken by the Nava Yogendras. Some man practice severe penances to cross beyond our influence, which is like an immeasurable ocean with endless wave of hunger, thirst, heat, cold and other conditions brought about by passing of time, such as the sensuous being and the organs of tongue and sex organs, urges of the tongue and sex. Nevertheless, although crossing this ocean of sense gratification through severe penances, such person foolishly drown in a calf's hoofprint when conquered by useless anger. Thus, they exhaust the benefit of their difficult austerities in vain. Yeah? Are you understanding? So you see, although doing all your tapasya, when you get angry, everything is exhausted. They exhaust the benefit of their difficult austerities in vain. So first thing is what? What was the first thing we read? It is bad for spiritual realization. Correct? Right? Second, it is what? We get bewildered. Third, it only gives a lot of difficulties for everybody else. And now you are hearing, you exhaust also your tapasya. See how it is going, one thing to another thing to another thing. Jai Sri Radha. So how dangerous this anger is all about? How dangerous. And don't think it is very easy to control. Don't think it is what? It is so easy to control. Unless you become a devotee, only then there is some, Jai Sri Radha. O soul of the universe, the conditioning of one personality in material life is very strong. And therefore it is very difficult even for learned man to tolerate offences committed against them by ignorant people. Only your devotees who are fixed in loving service, who have achieved peace by residing at your lotus feet, are able to tolerate such offences. Condition, not just any devotee. What a devotee means what? Whoever? Huh? What? Wake up. What? Devotee what? What it says here? Achieve peace by residing at your lotus feet. That means the devotee who have captured the lotus feet of the Lord. Only they are able to tolerate such offences. In other words, you must cross the three modes of material nature. You understand? You must come to the transcendental goodness. That only, not only that, transcendental goodness is also not in the Brahman platform. It says here, only those who have captured the lotus feet of that means the pure devotee. Only the pure devotees, they can handle these things. You understand? Huh? Because this anger is not some lightweight stuff. Not something, say Krishna is saying here, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. The Lord is speaking. Lord Krishna said, O disciple of Brahaspati, there is virtually no saintly man in this world capable of resettling his own mind after it has been disturbed by the insulting words of uncivilized men. It's not some lightweight stuff, anger. Understand? It is what? Difficult subject matter. But it is possible. It is possible to control anger. How? Engage the anger in the service of the Lord. That's the next. There's a verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is that? Kama Krishna Arpane. Can you take out that verse in the CC? So how to do that? That is explained. Like for example, you have lust. The gopis engage their lust in thinking of Krishna. Because there is no more lust already. Similarly, anger is used against those people who are demons. Apply the anger. Understand? There's a verse. I'll take he's finding the verse. And what? Greed also can be applied. And of course, envy, that is a little difficult to apply. Envy, difficult to apply. Lust you can apply, anger can apply, greed can apply. I'll take it out. Got it? I'll take this out for you. Kama. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I think the CC also there, no?
Not there.
Kama.
Not there.
Not there? Prema Vaivarta, is it?
No, Prema Bhakti Sandhika.
Wow, really? Where is it? Quoted by Prabhupada?
You can actually
Any Bhagavatam verse he quotes?
He quotes part, not full.
He doesn't quote the full.
Full thing is there, whether it is, but
So tell me where so most of the part are there. I remember we read this verse so many times, no? Huh?
Not the full one.
Kora Bhakta Divesesane. Come, the verse is, here, there. Prema Bhakti Chandrika. Kama Krodha Lobha Moham Mada Matsarya Dambashaha Stane Stane Yukta Karibhar Ananda Kari Hridaya Ripu Kari Parajaya Anyasya Govinda Bhaji Ba. See this verse here, see that? Kama Krishna Karma Arpane Krodha Bhakta Divishe Jane लोभ साधु संगे करी कथा हरि कथा मोह इष्ट लाभ विने माद कृष्ण गुणे घने नियुक्त करिबा यथा तथा. This is where, what book is this? Sri SBL, what book is that? Oh, Bhaktivinoda. Alright, the translation. I will engage lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, envy and pride in appropriate ways. And by defeating these enemies, I will feel happiness in my heart as I peacefully worship Govinda. I will engage lust by offering it in the service on Krishna's service. Anger I will direct toward those who are envious of the devotees. And I will be greedy to hear topics of Hari in the association of devotees. I will feel illusion without achieving my worshipful Lord. I will madden while singing the glories of Krishna. And this way I will engage these enemies in their proper places. See, we will go through again just in case you have, I will worship, I will engage lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, envy and pride in appropriate ways. And by defeating these enemies, I will feel happiness in my heart as I peacefully worship Govinda. The central point is worshipping Krishna. I will engage lust by offering it in Krishna's service. That's the gopis. Understand? Anger I will direct towards those who are envious of the devotees. Like Hanuman. He became very angry with who? Ravana. Hasn't? Just like me, I am very angry with. Especially when you do some nonsense, of course you get angry. You understand? Natural. Just for purpose of uplifting you. Today's verse. Our anger is directed to what? Uplift. So that you will also not commit the mistake. But if you take other way, then that's finished. So anger will be directed toward those who are envious of the devotees, and I will be greedy to hear the topics of Hari in the association of devotees. Greed to hear Krishna Katha. And I feel illusion without achieving my worshipful Lord. That means, as we chant, no, I feel a moment like 12 years or more. I feel everything waken in my, because I don't have Govinda. Govinda, Virahay Name, correct? We chant in the morning, no? It's after the prayer. And I would madden while singing the glories of Krishna. Of course, these are very high principle to become mad. So this is explained here, but also in the Bhagavatam, It's another place. This is also explained. You know? You know where?
71:30.
That is explained in 7:15. 7 what?
7:130 and 31:30.
Yeah, that one is, what do you call that? Narada Muni is speaking about how those who in anger, they will concentrate more on the form of the Lord. You know? That is in 7, we'll show you that one. 7:130 is it? See here. Many persons have attained liberation simply by thinking of Krishna with great attention and giving up sinful activities. This great attention may be due to lusty desires, inimical feeling, fear, affection or devotional service. I shall now explain how one receives Krishna's mercy simply by concentrating one's mind upon Him. Vikreditam Brajabat Idam Cha Vishnu. My dear King Yudhishthira, the gopis by their lusty desires, Kamsa by his fear, Shishupala other kings by envy and Yadus by their familial relationship with Krishna. You Pandavas by your great affection for Krishna and we the general devotees by our devotional service have obtained the mercy of Krishna. So they are all different levels. Somehow or other one must consider the form of Krishna very seriously. Then by one of the 5 different processes mentioned above, one can return home back to Godhead. Atheists like King Vena, however, have been unable to think of Krishna's form in any of these 5 ways, cannot attain salvation. Therefore, one must somehow or other think of Krishna whether in a friendly way or inimically. See? Then he goes on to say a very important point, you see here. Oh, Narada Muni continued, best of the Pandavas, your 2 cousins, Sisupala and Dandavakra, the sons of Matanu An, were formerly associated with Lord Vishnu. But because they were cursed by Brahmanas, they fell from Vaikuntha to this material world. Why don't Yudhishthira inquire, what kind of great curse could affect even liberated Vishnu Bhaktas, and what sort of person would curse even the Lord's associate? For unflinching devotees of the Lord to fall again to this material world, it's impossible. Oh, I cannot believe this. See, he himself is shocked, Yudhishthira. Anyway, this point is going to the other point. Where is that verse? He's saying that by what number? By anger, you can concentrate more. I think it's 7:1. Yes, 27. See here, this is a very important verse. Narada Muni continued, by devotional service one cannot achieve such intense absorption in thought of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as one can through enmity towards Him. That's my opinion. Understand this point? By being angry with the Lord, you're constantly thinking, but that is not we are taught not to do devotional service in that way. We must do devotional service what? Favorably. We cannot do devotional service. Sankalpa vivarjitam. What is that verse? And then so we have to know how to do devotional service favorably. So we should not take this kind of path. But you see the intensity, angry, just like now people are angry, they whole morning thinking of only the person, correct? If you are angry with someone, you are only thinking, yes, and then you are manufacturing more and more what? Anger. And when it happens, if you keep your mind in that consciousness, you see here this verse, huh? Two points, huh? You see this? Yeah, this verse here. This verse is repeated again. A glass worm confined in a hole of a wall by a bee always thinks of the bee in fear and enmity, and later becomes a bee simply because of such remembrance. Similarly, the conditioned soul somehow or other think of Krishna, who is Satchidananda Vigraha, they will become free from their sin, whether thinking of him as their worshipable Lord or an enemy. Because of constant thinking of him, they will regain their spiritual bodies. Okay, there's an example is given about this glass worm. And this was also here. Here, if out of love, hate or fear an embodied soul fixes his mind with intelligence and complete concentration on particular bodily form, he will certainly attain the form that he is meditating upon. You see, it's so dangerous. If you are living and you are angry with someone, you understand? To always play back in your mind more than anything else. You follow? Example is given here. You see, the same example. O king, once a wasp forced the weaker insect to enter his hive and kept him trapped there. In great fear, the weak insect constantly meditated upon his captor and without giving up his body. Without giving up his body, he gradually achieved the same state of existence as the wasp. Does one achieve a state of existence according to one's constant concentration? Understand? So it's very, very detrimental to be angry. Okay, I'm trying to explain to the point among lust, anger, greed and all. Anger is because your mind will fix every time, even your japa time or this time, you're meditating constantly how to, what? Especially you're working somewhere, you don't like someone, always the person, yes or not? Correct? And if you keep constantly thinking of the person, what happens when you die? Huh? Understand? It is so subtle. You follow? That's why we must give up. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Amoga, your heart is the pure place. Why are you keeping these dirty things there? That's why we learn how to do this. I'll show you what, I think time is up. I've got another 15 minutes. So here, this is a very important chapter. Okay, we'll go through this now. My dear king, a self-satisfied person can be happy even with only drinking water. However, one who is driven by the senses, especially by the tongue and genitals, must accept the position of a household dog to satisfy his senses. Huh? Because of greed, for the sake of the senses, the spiritual strength, education, austerity, reputation of a devotee or a brahmana who is not self-satisfied dwindle and his knowledge gradually vanishes. See, understand? Now we are learning another thing. Correct? Our bewilderment means what? All our hard work becomes. There is another verse on this point also. The strong bodily desires and needs of a person disturbed by hunger and thirst are certainly satisfied when he eats. Similarly, one becomes very angry. That anger is satisfied by chastisement and his reaction. That is for greed. Even if a greedy person has conquered all the direction of the world or has enjoyed everything in the world, still he will not be satisfied. Understand this? Anger, yeah. Okay, you chastise someone, you finish, you cool down. Correct? But a greedy person, even he captures the whole world, still cannot give up. Huh? O King Yudhishthira, many persons with varied experience and many legal advisors and many learned scholars and many persons eligible to become presidents of learned assemblies fall down into hellish life because of not being satisfied with their positions. Understand? Yeah? By making plans with determination, one should give up lusty desires for sense gratification. Similarly, by giving up envy, one should conquer anger. See this again. You can conquer anger by giving up. So how do we do that? How do we do that? That's why every morning we are bowing down. Correct? That's why when we have a problem we quickly bow down. Yes? Why? Why we do that? What do we say? I bow down, I curse you, die. What? You bowing down and you cursing it, let him die. Is it what do you chant when you bow down? Huh? Panchakalpataru. Correct? Please, Vaishnava, you are merciful, please forgive me. Correct? So with that mood, you give up the envy, immediately anger also subsides. Yes? See the method. By discarding the disadvantage of accumulating wealth, one should give up greed, and by discarding the truth, one should give up fear. So it is a system. We have gone with the problem, we have explained what is the cause of this problem, correct? Now there is a solution. Yes? We can only give up envy. Huh? If we what? Worship the Lord and bow down. I'll show you another verse, but I'll finish this verse. By discarding spiritual knowledge, one can conquer limitation and illusion. By serving a great devotee, one can become prideless. Is that point again? Before your anger all come, it's only the pride, no? False ego, right? Huh? Who the hell he is? Why I should care? Huh? That's it. Only way to correct that is to serve the spiritual master. So if you don't have a spiritual master, then you cannot handle these things. That's why we cannot give instruction to anybody who is not a son or a disciple. Conditions are there. Unless you are a son or disciple, then can give. If he is not, pride is there. You cannot. Anger will not go. Anger will. You follow? It's all, everything is, I'm showing by what? Everything. And by keeping silent, one can avoid obstacles in the path of mystery yoga, and by stopping sense gratification, one can conquer envy. By simply stopping sense gratification, one can conquer envy. And you conquer envy, then anger is also conquered. See how all are what? Correlated. You understand? It's a very scientific. This whole thing is a science. Yes? By good behavior and freedom from envy, one should counteract suffering due to other living entities. By meditation in trance, one should counteract suffering due to providence, and by practicing Hatha Yoga, Pranayama and so forth, one should counteract suffering due to the body and mind. Similarly, by developing the mode of goodness, especially in regard to eating, one should conquer sleep. So it's all systematic. Yes? Of course, the next verse is the most important verse. The next verse is most important. See here. One must conquer the mode of passion and ignorance by developing the mode of goodness, and then one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Suddha Sattva. All this can be automatically done if one engages in the service of the spiritual master with faith and devotion. And this way one can conquer the influence of the modes of nature. In other words, the shortcut is what? The service to Prabhupada only, I don't care for all the devotees all. So the Prabhupada only. Okay? No, you are not my guru. I'm already taken Prabhupada. Who are you to tell me what to do? This kind of attitude also cannot work. Understand? Of course, Prabhupada is the guru, that's a fact. But you must also have what? Some senior guidance. Yes? If you think you don't need that, then there will be a problem. Understand? Many people think like that. No, I am initiated already. Now I am Prabhupada. What? Understand? It's a very dangerous mentality. You follow. And what will happen? Finish. So we should not go into this kind of a dangerous. Yes, we are all disciples of Prabhupada. But still we need what? Senior association guidance to tell us and correct us, especially this today's verse, correcting. We should take it in positive mood. No, it's only for my own good. He's a friend, he's telling me. No? Correct? We should not think that no, I only like to hear praises. If somebody is always praising, Prabhupada gave the example of this story, of this boy, always being praised by his adopted mother. Praising him all the time. And this boy, he went to do, of course, he thinks he's so great, and he went in the wrong way. And then he killed somebody, he's in the dock now, going to die, sentenced to death. So then he asked the judge, I want to talk to my stepmother. So he said, can you come closer? So when she came closer, you know what he did? He bite her ear off. Why did you do that? Because of you, I've got this problem now. Because you never corrected me, now I'm going to die. You understand? See, so the training, the correction is very essential. You follow? If there is no correction, then what? Spiritually you will create a disaster. What? And you start doing all kind of crazy things. You follow? Standards will be what? Compromised. Then what kind of example will that be? That's why it's so dangerous. We have to be very careful. We have to help them to come to the standard. Yes? Because they all don't like ISKM because we are always correcting. They are like other group, no correction. Everybody dance around. Prabhu, in our group, men and women, we are dancing, Prabhu. Can I come there? Sure. You can dance? Yes? You understand? Correction, standards, so that you come to the mode of what? Goodness. And then you go above the goodness, you become transcendentally situated. You understand? It is not some joke that we are doing here. Forced to wake up in the morning, forced to follow the rules, forced to do this, forced to do that. Why we are forced? Why? Why? Because we give up our false ego. Understand? And we have a lot of false ego. The next step is what? Pride goes before what? Pride goes before fall. So if anyone has got good intention in the heart, it will always be careful to help, and that is the compassion. So I think I have covered all the subject at length. Jai Sri Radha. Is there anything I missed out? Any questions?
Is there any example showing envy in a good way towards Lord?
Any example what?
Envy, showing envy, like Kamsa and demons only showed envy, but is there any?
Only two people were envious, Prabhu. Kamsa and who? Shishupal. We all are saints, Prabhu. Is that a fact? Huh? What? 7 what, na? Bhagavad Gita. Iche divise samutena. 7? You see this verse? Iche divise samutena dandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapa. O Skyana Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities. What is that? What is that? All living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. In Sanskrit, it says here, Divishe. Divishe means what? Envy. So everybody is taking birth here. They got desire and envy. Everyone in the material world. To come out of that, I already explained all at length how to do it. You cannot do it if you don't have a guru. That's not possible. That's not possible. And you have a guru also, you must have got proper guidance. Then you can cross. Otherwise, not possible. Not possible. Every one of us has got envy in our. Understand this? Not only Shishupala and Kamsa. What? Shishupala and Kamsa are the most envious people. We all are saints. Is it? Yeah? You have to learn how to come out of this nonsense. You follow? At least Shishupala and Kamsa were delivered by the Lord. I think the Lord will waste his time to come and kill us, no? He's going to come here and waste his time. Just because you are envious, yeah? What? For the envious person, what the Lord will do?
69.
Huh?
69.
This is what he will do. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast onto the ocean of material existence into various demonic species of life. They will go down to demonic species, lower and demonic. And then not only that, you see, he says again, attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti, such person can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. Can you imagine? Someone showed me posted something to me, and then he break down at 1,000 feet what kind of fishes live, 2,000 feet what fishes live, and then he goes down, until a place where there's no more sunlight. There's no more sunlight, and then there are different kind of fishes, and then it goes down further until the end, 20, 30,000 feet or what, and there who's staying there? Can you imagine? You have put 30,000 down there. Which devotee is going to come? Prabhu, please take some prasadam. Is it going to happen? Huh? Nobody. That's why Krishna said they sink down to the most abominable type of existence and no more, finished, dead. And some of them stay for thousands of years. Do you want to do that? Huh? Wow, very nice, you are locked down, only to go to temple. Temple every time, boy, a crazy place. Huh? Yes? What? Understand? Association of devotees is the only way that you can make advancement. Nobody can become a devotee without the help of a devotee. There's a verse there, show you before I stop. What is that? CC 22? 22 what? Huh? No. 22 dot 50 49. What is it? That without association devotee, nobody can become a devotee. CC 22. Yeah. No. 22 40. Just give me a minute. Oh, where is he going? Huh? Very strange, huh? Why is it going? You cannot do this. Yeah. By associating with the devotee, one awakens his faith. Sorry. Unless one is favored by a pure devotee, one cannot attain the platform of devotional service. To say nothing of Krishna Bhakti, one cannot even be relieved from the bondage of material existence. Period. So that unless one is favored, you cannot become a devotee unless you are connected by the mercy of a. It's not possible by your own strength and effort. It's not possible. Alright, so any more questions or comments or whatever? I think this class can be posted up. Right? I think I covered quite extensively. Yeah? Yes? No? Okay, we stop here. Is it online or what? You have to off it? Where you go? What do you do? Finish, yeah? And recording.